Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to the lesson one. Today we're going to see an important topic. I need you to focus, pay attention, and this topic is about the evolution. We are going to start, talking about the evolution of science. When we say evolution, we have to think about different things. Evolution of animals, evolution of the planet, evolution of the human, evolution of the technology, evolution of the organisms, or evolution of everything. So today we're going to see evolution is the topic, but we're going to talk about the story of the planet, the story of the eras, the story of the different eons of or spaces or blocks of time, talking about dinosaurs, talking about different stages of the eras of the planet. Okay, about this is the topic, and I needed to focus. So, as I told you, the evolution is important, right? Because, bueno, a ver, this is a theory about science, right? Esta es una teoría de la ciencia. We have different theories. Other theories are very different. But today, the book refer about this theory. So we are going to study this theory. So we have other theories about the Bible, about other things, so about Big Bang, about the explosion of the planet. But this is a theory about the monkey, the evolution of the human. But most of this, I'm talking about humans, right? We're going to study about the periods of time of the planet. So if we say humans or the evolution of the humans is very, very long, and we are not going to take all the morning talking about this topic, but it's evolution, and to study the evolution is important because the evolution said that is something that is important to understand. So as you see, the evolution of different generations of humans in different countries, in different things. So it's important to see and understand what's going on with this topic. Animals have evolution and changes. So I'm making like an introduction about the topic because I needed to understand that you have to learn and understand and think for a while and stop about the evolution, right? Evolution of different species of animals in everywhere, mammals, amphibians, insects, whatever, right? All the evolution of the life of the planet. So we are going to start the theory, and the topic said about keeping time, and start with one question. What's the difference between the Jurassic and the Mesozoic period, right? Our planet, chicos, our planet's history covers a vast amount of time, so it's long. Ahora, repito, I'm going to repeat, this theory is about science, right? Talking about millions of years. It's a theory, it's only one theory. We have more theories, ya se lo había dicho eso antes. Hay diferentes teorías. Esta es la teoría científica, que habla de millones de años. Pero la teoría, por ejemplo, bíblica de la Biblia, habla de miles de años. 4000 para ser exactos. Pero aquí hablamos de, bueno, un poquito más de 4000. And here we are talking about millions of years, right? Well, I need to show you this. So human history can often be discussed using exact years. So it's not like so clear about how many years per period and what's going on in every period of time. So the thing is that we are going to read only the most important. The geological time, geologist, is a scientist that study the earth, the planet, right? Divide the time using a naming system. It begins with a broad category and gets more specific. Eons. This is a magic word that you have to learn. Eons and eras. Eons and eras is when we talk about long periods of millions of time. And what is eon and what is era? Era and eon are biggest blocks of time. Eons and eras are biggest blocks of time. Each eon lasts for about billions years. The first eon is hidden in it begins with Earth's formation 4.6 billion years ago. Pay attention, 4.6 billion ago. The theory of science said that the eon start or begins in the beginning, right? So it ends when life first appeared almost a billion years later during the hidden eon. The next eon is the Archean. Earth's surface finally cooled and rocks begin to solidify. Right? Solidify, forming the first land. So how the land formed? When the explosion, the planet get hot, this scientist said, and the rocks this word is difficult for me. Solidify, right? Help me in the online. We are going to discuss this word. It's not easy for me. So the thing is that when the planet get hot in the explosion about volcanoes and everything, the rocks get like hard. This is the word, right? And start growing inside the oceans and form the lands. I'm talking about one eon or one era, but every or each one has millions of years. About the theories, right? About the theory. So to go to the second part is to study this. Pay attention. The third eon is the Proterozoic. Proterozoic Earth atmosphere is the Proterozoic is when the Earth's atmosphere filled with oxygen, and scientists think this helped early life form evolve. Evolution about oxygen where in the atmosphere. By the time the Proterozoic end 500 million years ago, and the first multicellular organisms had appeared. Talking about organisms, atmosphere, oxygen, and what is the name? Proterozoic. Proterozoic, right? Is an eon? Yes. What number of eon is? The third. Then, in the second paragraph, eons are divided into smaller units called eras, and eras are divided into periods. The first period after the Proterozoic can eon end is called the Cambrian. The period is famous because life on Earth suddenly became much more diverse. Fossils showed that about 50 new. So the Cambrian period shows the signals of the fossils, right? And does mean when the Pangea continent was found, only the oceans when the Paleozoic began, and the most complex animals was appear, and then we have a diverse of animals. So in conclusion, the Cambrian period is other eon, but more than one eon is one era, right? So it's the same. The next era is the Mesozoic. Which one is the most famous? The Mesozoic is famous because we are talking about dinosaurs for almost 200 million years. These giant reptiles rule Earth, right? When? In the Mesozoic era, about 65 million years ago. About what? About the theory. What theory? The theory of science, right? This is bueno, aquí creo que lo van a entender mejor. This is like a table, right? Esto solo quiero que lo lean nada más tranquilos. Yo sé que es un tema bien complejo, necesitamos más tiempo, right? We have the Precambrian. The Cambrian is a period, is an era, right? Here is the beginning of Earth. Then the Paleozoic. Inside the Paleozoic, we have the different activities or yeah, activities that appear in each one. The Mesozoic. And here we have the Jurassic, the dinosaurs and everything. And the Cenozoic, right, is about the present, right? Cenozoic is about the present, until the present. So the Precambrian, Paleozoic, Mesozoic, Cenozoic. In conclusion, to read again the most important, when we can say that the word start, when, about the theory, is talking about 4.6 billion years. Remember, era, eon are periods of time. Very good. Each one is of millions of millions. The eon is the biggest because it's talking about a long, long, long period of time. Era, is inside the eon because it's less. And then we have the Archean. The Archean is less. We reduce the period of time. We're talking about millions of years, right? So, something like that. So we may say that all of these, the blue one is one eon, the pink is other eon, or period, or era, is the same. What is the difference? How long can be each one, depending the millions of years. Do you understand? The Mesozoic, what is that? An era or eon is a block of time. Cenozoic or Cenozoic is another block of time. So in conclusion, this is the table that you have to study. Bueno, you have to read and prepare about this. Evolution is in everywhere, animals, humans, and the planet, oxygen, atmosphere, in everywhere together. So it's time to answer the classwork. We are going to answer quickly because I have only 4 minutes. Which of the following is not super easy? Which of the following? Write your name. Don't forget to write your name on the line. Which of the following is not a unit? Aquí in here is N unit. Le falta una N. An unit of geological time. Period, era, dynasty, or epoch. Dynasty, I think, right? Number 2, air. What's form? About 4,000 years ago, 4.6 millions, 4.6 billions, or 4.6 trillions. 4.6 millions years ago. Super easy. Super, super easy. And the last one is humans being firm. The Mesozoic era is famous because it's talking about dinosaurs. Super easy. Humans being first appear, dinosaurs. And the last one is write your answers on the line below. Explain what the Cambrian explosion was. What about the Cambrian explosion is in the reading. And the last one is, what do you think, is in your own words, right? What do you think? Remember the rocks and the evolution of the continents and the evolution and the rocks get hot. The word is solidify. Solidify is the word that I confuse. And what do you think? Scientists divide time into distinct categories. Why? It's important to understand that the time is very long and the blocks, eons, or era help and give you an order to study science. So it's important to divide. The division is a plan, an order to follow to study the different evolutions. Bueno, the same evolution of the planet in different periods. So it's important for the scientists to divide the time. Yes. Why? Because it's an order to study, right? For if you want to study, it's better if you study in categories or orders or blocks or eons or eras, right? When you hear refers categories, it's talking about eons or eras or periods, right? Okay, do your classwork. Bye bye. See you next class in online or meet. We are going to discuss the meet. This lesson is the first is evolution, right? So you have to understand the evolution of the humans, animals, planets, and when we say planets, talking about continents, water, animals of the water, and oxygen, atmosphere, everything, right? Love you so much. Bye bye.